This video is brought to you by the EA Creator Network. I'm a member of the EA Creator Network, and thank you to EA for providing me a copy of this game. Let's get straight to the video. How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwolf here. Thank you for joining me for another video today. And today we finally got a look at the wheel settings for F1 2022. I've got a little review coming around the same time as this video. It's taken a while for me to get this out and the review because there's been a few issues with the game, I'll be honest with you. And I couldn't quite get on top of the wheel settings, and then they released the notes and different things about patch 1.06. It came out and it's improved a lot and it's made it a lot easier to drive. I was struggling with it myself, and I was thinking it might be my settings or something like that, and it wasn't. It was just the fact that it needed some actual tweaking. I think the problem that Codemasters and EA have had on this game is the fact that the cars are very much different, they handle differently, and I don't know whether they've tried to replicate that in the settings and the way the cars feel, rather than taking what they had last year and kind of applying it to the new cars. I don't know. A tricky thing because obviously the new regulations and that. But anyway, let's get to what you came here for. So we're going to go from the home screen. You've got your nice F1 Live stuff. We're just going to go down to game options, go into settings, and then from there we are going to go across to, down to control, vibration and feedback as always. I am on the Logitech wheel for this on the PS5. So I'm going to go down to my custom control scheme and I can just show you the settings that I've got. There are some generic settings which just feel like triggers and different things like that. But we're just going to go into the wheel, edit that, and I can show you what you've got. So the assignments are pretty much the same. I do tend to move my DRS button just so it's quicker for my thumb, because at the minute I think it's gone back to a default square, but I prefer it like circle or R2 or something like that. So I just need to have a play around with them. Not really had much time to do that, but it just makes it easier for your thumb to quickly get it, so you don't really have to think about it and press other buttons, and you've got your MFD coming up and all that stuff. So we're just going to go to calibration first. I'm just going to show you something. So at the minute I've got everything set at 0, which is great. Turn the wheel, everything happens. Now, if on your wheel, and this happened to me when I had the early access to the game, like a preview code, is that I had to change some of the linearity and the saturation. I think it was mainly the linearity, because if this happens to you, go into these settings and have a play around. But if you turn the wheel and either on screen it's turning too much or not enough, because the way your eyes work is that you'll be looking at what's on screen, not what you're looking at your wheel, because if not, obviously you'll crash. So if the wheel isn't turning as much as you're expecting, or turning too much, you're going to end up with difficulties, and that's kind of what happens. Obviously your eyes see and react kind of thing. So have a play around with it. You probably won't need to adjust it by much, but just make sure that they're in sync. And it should be out the box, but just in case, you can do that there. So just going to go back and go to vibration, feedback, etc. Now I've not tweaked this too much as usual from the standard. It's not too bad. These settings were all over the place, trust me, for a couple of weeks. So obviously there's some things on here that you may want to turn off, but it's entirely up to you. So I've got the feedback, force feedback strength at 70, on track effects 50, rumble strip 50, off track 30. Try not to go off the track, but if I do, I don't want it to try and break my hands because I've come off the track. I still want to be able to try and catch it and control it. And the wheel dampener, I've upped that to 20, and that means the wheel's a little bit heavier, so you're actually feeling the grip a little bit more. Again, these are just settings that may help you get going. So if you don't like to feel the weight of the car and the traction, if you like, and that heaviness, and obviously it changes as the tires change and the track changes and your fuel and things like that, have a play around with it. Understeer and enhancement, I've turned that off because I don't particularly like it. That's just for me personally. And these two things are quite important. So 360, which is what I've got for the rotation of the wheel, and that just means that I've not got to like keep turning and turning and turning the wheel. I believe most force feedback wheels come back at 900, and if you did that, you'd be spinning the wheel forever to get those tight turns around the apexes of some of the hairpins and things like that. So 360 seems to work well. And then I did 720 on the supercars that we've now got in this game, just because it worked a bit better on 360. And anything higher, it was just a bit flaky. I'll be honest with you, the supercars aren't quite where it's at on this game. I think they've added them in. It's lovely that they've added them in and things, but for me, they don't quite work that well. So that's the settings there. And then, as always, I'm just going to show you how you can turn the halo off and different things as well, because not everyone likes that on. Personally, I don't. I'm not an F1 racer. I prefer the cockpit view, but the halo can do one. I appreciate you save lives, but it's not going to save my life in a game, because it doesn't matter if I crash as such. Not that I want to crash. So I'm going to take you into a race. I'll show you how to turn that off, because you can only do it once you're in a race, practice lap, something like that. Okay, so we're stopped nicely on the track. We're at Monza, doesn't matter. So I've literally just gone to a flying lap on a time trial, stop the car. You don't necessarily have to even stop, just wait for the automated kind of countdown to go away, and then you're going to hit options. Or settings, or whatever your menu button is on whatever you're on, and then go down to settings, and then from here you're going to go to camera customization, and at the bottom, just down here, you've got the halo column. Turn it on or off, and you'll see it kind of come on depending on what TV you're on. If you go back and stuff, you can take that off, and then here you can kind of tweak all the other bits as well. I did have these set up, and unfortunately the latest patch did change that a little bit, which is a little bit annoying. So I tend to be a little bit more like that, just so I can see, and then I just go just a touch higher up as well, just to help me. But I like to see the rear wing, just in case there's anything there, but also so I know that I've pressed the DRS button, and then you can change different things there, and nameplates and shake and head movement and all that. So that is the wheel settings. Nice quick video for you guys. If you do like this video, super appreciate a thumbs up in the section down below. Smash that little thumbs up button, the like button, if you did like this video. If you did find it useful or it's helped you on your way, don't forget to comment below. I know it might not work for everybody, or people have their own methods or what they prefer, and it is a personal preference. I am fully aware of that. I just make these videos for someone to just jump in, give it a go, and a lot of people seem to like them. Some people don't, but you know, it is what it is. And if you're not already a subscriber, it's first time on this channel, chuck a subscribe button. I do try and get a few videos up here and there. I've had a horrendous start to the year. It's just been stupidly busy, but we're hopefully going to get a few more videos down. Until next time, see you all on the next video. And if you haven't checked out the review, it should be shortly after this, and you can see what I think to the latest game. Bye bye.